If you believed you had met a frivolous person, yell that notion for a minute. Meet Mohammed bin Salman, the 35-year-old Saudi crown prince who is at the forefront of issues involving human rights and spends hundreds of millions of his family's wealth on yachts, residences, and artwork. The Crown Prince, often known as MBS, is seen as the real power in Saudi Arabia and is the driving force behind the country's efforts to modernize. The House of Saud, whose members are reported to be worth well over $2 trillion, is represented publicly by the 35-year-old. It is a staggering amount that is almost 16 times more than the British royal family. Their wealth was made possible by the massive oil deposits that King Abdul Aziz ibn Saud of Saudi Arabia discovered more than 75 years ago. Although the family prefers to keep their wealth a secret, Prince Salman is rumored to lead a life of almost unfathomable luxury. He is well renowned for his extravagant spending, opulent homes, and even has the reputation of owning the most expensive picture in the world because of his money. Also, he was rumored to have been involved in the failed, high-profile purchase of Newcastle United when Manchester United, another English Premier League franchise, was passed up. The purchase of a magnificent castle in France just west of Paris for over $300 million by an unidentified bidder in 2015 astonished the world. Fortune magazine dubbed the Chateau Louis XIV the world's most expensive residence when it sold for that astounding sum, while town and country gushed over its gold-leafed fountain, marble statues, and walled labyrinth set in a 57-acre landscaped park. Nevertheless, despite all the elaborate details, one fact was absent. Later, it was discovered that the paper trail points to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the successor to the Saudi kingdom and the impetus behind a number of audacious measures that have shaken up the Middle East and transformed Saudi Arabia. Through interviews and records, the story of Chateau Louis XIV has been cobbled together to resemble a financial whodunit, with a lawyer from the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg and a fixer for the very wealthy from the Mediterranean country of Malta playing key roles. Even Kim Kardashian made an appearance at the chateau. She is rumored to be contemplating it for her and Kanye West's nuptials. Shell firms in France and Luxembourg deliberately conceal the ownership of the chateau in Louvciennes, France, which is close to Versailles. 8 Investment Company, a Saudi company run by the head of Crown Prince Mohammed's private foundation, is the owner of those businesses. According to advisors to members of the royal family, the Crown Prince is the rightful owner of the chateau. In addition to this property, the prince is also thought to be the owner of the 620-acre Les Rouvray estate, which is located several hours' drive from Paris. The Crown Prince has gained notoriety as a divisive political personality in the world, especially after the death of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in the autumn of 2018, which the CIA ultimately determined was an assassination carried out on the prince's orders. Apart from that, Salman has shown to be the pinnacle of extravagant spending. The king reportedly paid Russian vodka tycoon Yuri Shefler over $500 million for a super yacht in 2015. With an overall length of 439 feet and a beam that is 60 feet wide, the Serene is one of the biggest boats in the world. With its saltwater pool, enormous hot tub, seaside sauna, and fully functional helipad, Serene quickly gained a reputation as one of the most inspirational super yachts ever built. Serene was the 9th largest yacht in the world at the time of her delivery, just surpassing the 133-meter Al Malkwab of the Emir of Qatar and falling short of David Geffen's 138-meter Larsen Rising Sun. Serene was the first super yacht ever constructed by the government-owned Italian shipyard Fincantieri, which had previously only built commercial ships. Serene, currently the 15th largest yacht, attracts attention wherever she goes, not just for her enormous size, but also for her exterior lines by Espino Ino and a number of internal advances. Serene is 6 decks tall with a beam of 18.5 meters and offers a wide range of amenities that are uncommon in 5-star hotels. One of the 7 pools on board Serene is her enormous bathtub, which is one of her most recognizable exterior features. It is positioned aft of the sun deck. On the top deck, there is a sunbathing area all around the jacuzzi. A fully stocked wet bar is located beneath the yacht's observation deck forward of the hot tub and has a second set of sun loungers. The prince apparently continued his spending spree by purchasing the most expensive painting ever. The discovery that Saudi Arabia's crown prince had purchased a Leonardo da Vinci artwork for $450 million shocked the Western world. But to those who have watched him, it was only the latest in a string of his astounding acquisitions. Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, which sold at Christie's in 2017 for nearly $500 million, The highest price ever paid for a work of art had a mysterious buyer named Prince Mohammed. Usually, news of a wealthy and influential member of the Saudi Arabian royal family purchasing art would not attract attention. But the timing of this acquisition was noteworthy. Just 2 weeks prior, Crown Prince Mohammed had rounded up more than 200 Saudi princes, ministers, and businessmen as part of an anti-corruption effort. The majority are being held at a posh hotel in Riyadh, the capital. And if that weren't enough, the prince is also constructing Neom, a $500 billion megacity by the Red Sea on a sizable 10,200 square mile plot of land. The new construction will be 17 times larger than London and powered entirely by renewable energy. It will develop into a transnational city-state with a separate economic region and laxer regulations than the rest of Saudi Arabia. Salman aspires for his city to become the world's entertainment capital and to outpace Silicon Valley in terms of technology. The proposals incorporate futuristic concepts like flying taxis, cloud seeding to create rain, and a massive man-made moon to illuminate Neom at night. Robotic maids will be employed in homes, and scientists will be working in the city to create genetic alterations that would improve people. There will be beaches that sparkle in the dark, and a Jurassic Park-style mechanical dinosaur amusement park is anticipated to open. And nobody does partying better than our guy when it comes to having a good time. He hosted one of the biggest parties ever on Earth in 2015, according to records. A private island in the Maldives was transported with 150 gorgeous ladies who had been brought in from Brazil, Russia, and other countries to party with only a few dozen guys from the Middle East. The location was Valet, a private island in the Maldives that was created to be one of the most opulent and pricey vacation spots in the world. There were about 40 private villas on the island, several of which were perched above the Indian Ocean's azure seas. Each of the suites had its own butler and a private veranda with a pool. Even a snow machine was present, allowing guests to play in a made-up snowfall on the warm beach. Mohammed bin Salman and his crew had the entire island to themselves because he had hired it out in its entirety. A staggering $50 million were spent on it. The more than 300 employees of the resort would each receive a $5,000 bonus in addition to their already considerable cash tips. These same employees typically made between $1,000 and $1,200 per month. The staff members were not permitted to bring smartphones onto the island in order to maintain privacy. For communication, they could only bring a Nokia 3310 in candy bar form. Because they disobeyed the rule, 2 employees were sacked. Salman hired well-known entertainers from all around the world, including Pitbull, Gangnam Style rapper Psy, and DJ Afrojack. Shakira and Jennifer Lopez were also rumored to perform. Talk about the power of money. The prince, who is rumored to be close to his father, has taken over as Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler. Many of the nation's most recent reforms, like as the 27 edict permitting women to drive, were driven by him. Due to his youth, his impact and extravagant spending will probably be felt for a very long time. What would you do if you had this guy's level of wealth? Tell us in the comments section below. Please subscribe, leave a like, and switch on post notifications if you liked this video.